Today, we are delving deeply into one of the most important changes in the global financial scene, the advent of Ripple and its XRP coin as a direct rival to SWIFT, the established institution controlling cross-border payments for decades. On the block, nevertheless, there is a fresh rival with great speed. Once the clear leader in international money transfers, SWIFT is now under major competition as Ripple's on-demand liquidity, or ODL, is processing transactions 100 times faster and considerably more efficiently. Should you not have been seeing this development, you will learn why this could be the most significant one in finance over the next 10 years. First, let's look at the years-long problems SWIFT has been suffering. We will then examine how Ripple has intervened with a solution already causing ripples in the sector. At last, we will consider what is at risk and the reasons XRP's price might explode when the financial sector adopts this revolutionary technology. With around $300 trillion worth of transactions yearly, SWIFT has long been the backbone of international finance. But in recent years, its restrictions have become rather glaringly clear. The SWIFT system is slow, ineffective, and sending a cross-border payment via SWIFT usually takes days to settle. The fees can be shockingly large. Not to mention, SWIFT depends on banks, clearinghouses, and several middlemen who all collect fees, hence increasing the cost and transaction duration. This long procedure renders conventional systems like SWIFT obsolete, particularly in a time when consumers and companies depend critically on speed, cost-effectiveness, and openness. Now enter Ripple and its creative on-demand liquidity solution, which has already shown great capacity to drastically enhance cross-border payments. Already being embraced by some of the largest financial institutions worldwide, ODL is quicker, less expensive, and more secure than SWIFT. By addressing many of the inefficiencies long afflicting SWIFT, Ripple has achieved notable progress in the banking arena. Near instantaneous cross-border transactions are made possible by the technology underlying Ripple's ODL system. It solves the necessity for pre-funded accounts, which have been a main problem in conventional systems like SWIFT. XRP is the bridge currency used by ODL to enable real-time settlement without involving several middlemen, lower fees, and shorten transaction times down to only few seconds. Actually, the on-demand liquidity volume of Ripple has exploded. Based on Ripple's first quarter 25 report, ODL volume is up shockingly 350% year over year. This becomes abundantly evident that Ripple is not only a side project in the realm of financial technology. This is a popular fix that is picking speed. We are not speaking of a little niche anymore. Although Ripple is challenging the financial behemoths, its technology is only one factor. It pertains to actual acceptance. Already making the shift with billions of dollars worth of transactions transferred to RippleNet are major financial institutions, including Santander, Axis Bank, and SBI. These institutions are actually now doing around $9 billion a year worth of transactions across RippleNet, hence confirming Ripple's dependability and efficiency. This isn't a passing fad. Cross-border payments are handled fundamentally differently now, and this change is gathering steam. We are witnessing a full-scale migration from SWIFT's antiquated system as more and more banks, payment providers, and companies recognize the benefits of Ripple's network. Let us now consider this in relation to the price of XRP. A major banking network like SWIFT losing even 1% market share creates notable demand for XRP tokens. Analyzers project XRP utility demand might rise by $15 billion for every 1% of market share lost to Ripple. This demand directly affects XRP's price. So many people think XRP is destined for explosive expansion in the next years. The demand for XRP as a bridge currency will grow as Ripple keeps ground in the financial industry. As institutions depend more and more on Ripple's technology, the demand for XRP will rise dramatically, hence raising its value. Thus, as Ripple keeps becoming more popular in the sector, XRP's price can see exponential increase. Still, the narrative does not finish with a few of institutions using Ripple's technologies. The true change is seen when we consider institutional adoption taken as whole. Many nations, especially big areas like Southeast Asia, Latin America, Africa, and the Middle East, already have Ripple included into their financial systems. Perhaps most importantly, though, is Ripple's forthcoming inclusion into FedNow, the instantaneous payment system run by the US government. FedNow is slated to start in 2026, and Ripple has already set itself to be a major actor in this change of US financial architecture. This implies that XRP's acceptance will keep accelerating, and Ripple will probably be very important in determining how the United States transfers money across borders. By including Ripple's technology into government-sponsored systems like FedNow, one is greatly endorsing its potential and creates the path for central banks and government agencies all around to embrace it. This implies what the future price of XRP might be. XRP can climb to fresh pricing heights as Swift loses market share and Ripple's acceptance increases. Given each 1% market share lost by Swift, XRP's utility demand might rise by $15 billion. As demand rises and liquidity rises, you begin to see how XRP may possibly touch 20 or more when you extend it over worldwide markets. And this goes beyond just speculative pie in the sky. This is based on the actual acceptance Ripple is presently seeing. Driven by the growing demand for Ripple's technology and global acceptance of XRP as a bridge currency, some analysts even believe XRP might surpass $100 in the not-too-distant future. Unlike other cryptocurrencies, motivated by speculation or hype, XRP's value stems from actual use and huge worldwide financial problem solution. This makes the ascent of XRP not just sustainable, but also very unavoidable. The action behind the scenes from crypto titans is another element fueling XRP's increasing promise. Understanding the great potential of XRP as a bridge currency, these big actors in the industry are silently accumulating huge volumes of XRP. Actually, just lately, in a few minutes, over 53 million XRP were moved to Coinbase. In the crypto realm, such large transfers never go unnoticed. Although some view this as a possible harbinger to a significant sell-off, it is more likely that these whales are setting themselves for a significant price breakout as the infrastructure and acceptance keep rising. The fact that these whales are amassing XRP indicates that the supply of XRP is declining, which, in concert with growing demand, might propel a significant price surge in the next months or years. Big players are banking on XRP's future and long-term value proposition. Hence, this kind of market manipulation is evidence. Hence, the evidence is growing as we gaze forward. Ripple's better technology challenges Swift's supremacy, and we already observe a significant change in cross-border payment handling. XRP is clearly primed for significant price increase as institutions swarm to RippleNet its value is expanding exponentially, and whales are deliberately orienting themselves there. The financial transformation we are seeing now might only be starting worldwide.